Y'all, I am so excited to share this perfectly cooked, juicy baked chicken breast recipe with you all today. Let's jump right into it. So we're going to start off by mixing our seasoning. So I'm mixing a combination of Italian seasoning, garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of sea salt, some paprika, and some black pepper. Now, I've been using this combination for a while, so I know that it tastes really good. I love it. But if you have your own favorite store-bought seasoning brand, you can certainly use that as well. And of course, I always list the measurements and the full recipe down in the description box. Now, we're moving on to our chicken breast. So I have a meat mallet. I'm just going to use the flat side of my meat mallet to gently pound the chicken breast. You know, chicken breasts are very thick. I want them to cook evenly, so we're just going to pound them just a little bit to even the thickness. Now, moving back to our seasoning mix. So I'm going to add some extra virgin olive oil directly to the bowl with my seasoning in it. And I'm going to mix that around until it starts to create a paste. I like doing just a little bit at a time. I ended up doing about 3 to 4 tablespoons until it creates a thick paste. I actually started doing this a little while ago instead of just sprinkling the dry seasoning on my chicken breast. And I feel like it turns out better. I like it a lot better than just dry seasoning mix. So I'm going to divide that seasoning paste onto the chicken breast and I'm going to rub it in on both sides. As I started rubbing it in, I noticed that it needed a little bit more extra virgin olive oil. So I'm going to sprinkle that on there and then make sure I rub that seasoning paste in very well on both sides with clean hands, of course. And I feel like it does better when you rub it in with your hands. You're making sure that you cover the entire chicken breast. So once I got that chicken breast covered evenly on both sides, of course, I'm going to wash my hands really well. And this is what you want your chicken breast to look like before they go into the oven. And now it's just time to bake. So I'm going to bake this in a large baking dish, but oftentimes I usually use just a baking sheet covered with parchment paper, whichever one you prefer. So we're going to bake this at 425 degrees for about 18 to 20 minutes. Mine were done right at 18 minutes. And of course, you always want to check it with a meat thermometer. But you guys, this is what it should look like when it comes out of the oven. You want your chicken breast to be cooked perfectly at 165 degrees. And oh my gosh, so juicy and tender. Make sure you let that chicken rest first before you cut into it so it can retain all of those juices. And it will be nice and tender, perfectly cooked. You guys, I can't wait for you to try this recipe out. When you give it a try, come back, let me know how you liked it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.